What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. It's getting tougher and tougher every day to do it. Now, the other day, the president said that this is a tough time. It's a dangerous time in America to be a man because of all these accusations that came out about Brett Kavanaugh, just thrown out of nowhere. You know, it is pretty dangerous when you can live the best life you can live, work to get your career to a certain point, and then out of nowhere, just because somebody got more political clout, maybe somebody just want to destroy your life, they can just throw out an accusation. In the third grade, he was in the lunch line and he touched my shoulder, or he pulled my pigtails and it made me feel uncomfortable. Therefore, let's ruin his whole life, destroy his family, destroy his career, his way of earning income. Let's just do that, all based off of an accusation, because we don't require any data, any witnesses, nothing. We don't require no evidence. We just simply require an accusation and say that you have to believe the female. That's it. And see, this is the problem with liberalism and all of the social justice warriors, all of the feminist movement that's not the real feminist movement anymore. It's nothing more than them using social issues that aren't real issues, but they make them into issues as weapons to control the population, to keep people in line, to keep people in place, to bend people to their will. Example of that would be this whole, ideal of toxic masculinity. That's interesting. So I guess then they're saying our masculinity, all of our testosterone as a man is toxic, meaning poison. And if that is the case, so what? If that's the case, I embrace my toxic masculinity. I encourage my toxic masculinity. I own it. Some stuff about your personality you might not like. If you got a nasty, funky attitude, maybe you suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Maybe you suffering from liberalism, and it's just, we're trying to find a cure. We're working hard, but it's tough. It's tough. Because see, it keeps evolving. The disease, it keeps mutating. It goes from one issue to another, and it's just rampant. We're trying to get hold of it. We're doing the best we can. Just work with us. Hang on. We're coming for you. But anyway, you might have some stuff in your personality where you're saying, you know what? I don't like that about me. But having masculinity and having testosterone as a man is not one of them. I embraced it. I encourage it. I nourish it. If it was a pet, I would be petting it like this. I'd be like, yeah, so you can't shame me when it comes down to saying, well, men are suffering from toxic masculinity. What does that even mean? And when does it show up? How do we define it? Do you just define it whenever a situation pops up that you don't like? So you just throw it out there on a man? You know what? This is nothing more than toxic masculinity. See, the way I see it is this. Only feminists who hate men. Now, I ain't talking about just people who believe in equal rights between men and women. I'm talking about the feminists that's out there that want it to be known that I don't like men, okay? And soy boys. These are the only people that my masculinity would be toxic to. See, to everybody else, masculinity and testosterone is a good thing. I love being a caveman in a suit. Every once in a while, dress me up, but deep down on the inside, there's still a little caveman left in me. I love my man hands, these rough man hands that don't run from a days of hard work. See, these hands done been through some things. See, a soy boy, if he ever gets out of hand, I grab him, he like, oh my God, that's a man hand. Never felt, oh my, you need Palmolive. You need to use some type of olive oil. Your hands are too rough. You know why they're rough? Because I'm a man. These are man hands. All right? Now, if this is toxic masculinity, then so be it. But I embrace these rough man hands. I love my bald head. You know what this means? This means that I'm producing an over amount of testosterone. That means I'm too much of a man to have hair. Okay? I embrace my bald head and my toxic masculinity. I embrace my baritone voice. I don't mind sounding like a little bit of Barry White every once in a while. Sure, you're right. Yeah, I embrace that. I embrace my broad man shoulders and my willingness to save a damsel in distress. Now, see, a feminist will be like, we don't need to be saved. We don't need to be saved. You guys and your masculinity, your toxic masculinity. Okay, all right, I hear what you're saying. All right, so I guess then if we all on the Titanic and it's going down, I can shove you and the kids in the back and jump on the boat and get out of it, right? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm sure if I was to do that, or any man, then y'all would be saying, look at these men, they're horrible, and then that would be another sign of toxic masculinity. Yeah, their toxic masculinity just moved us all out the way and pushed us and saved their own lives. But I embrace my toxic masculinity, okay? Uh-oh. Do I need to open up my cape? I might. Okay. All right, I think, okay. See, another thing, an example of toxic masculinity. When I hear stuff like that happening, I say, how can I help? Do I need to get involved? Is somebody hurt? Now, if that's a part of my toxic masculinity, then so be it. You know what? I don't care. I embrace my man chest. Sometimes I like to beat it like a silverback gorilla. You know what I mean? So you can't shame me with this whole toxic masculinity. Every once in a while, I like a challenge. Every once in a while, I like to just say, you know what? You want a shot at the title, man? You can get one, just to see where I stand. I heard a man once say, I never met a man I didn't want to fight. And I understand that. It's not personal. But when you got toxic masculinity in you, and you're a man, every once in a while you're just like, you know what? Just to feel like a man. I don't want nothing serious. Just rumble around a little bit, a little rough play, see where I stand in the wolf pack. Ain't nothing wrong with that every once in a while. So I embrace that. Yeah, I love my man beard. Now, if this is a part of toxic masculinity, then so be it, because I'm not shaving it. I embrace my man beard and my man jaw. What would you rather me have? If I didn't have all this toxic masculinity, then I have a slim, tender, soft face. Is that what you want to feel on at nighttime, ladies? A nice soft face? Is that what you want? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I embrace my man jaw. I embrace my man voice. I embrace my man body. That's right. Remember the commercial? Hello, ladies. Look at me. Now look back at your soy boy. Now look at me. Unfortunately, your soy boy is not me. But if he wears Old Spice, it would be like he was me. See, that's the point. There's something about toxic masculinity, okay, that you all hate, but it differentiates us from the other sex. Not better, not aggressive, not we want to dominate and hurt, but it just separates us. It just makes us different. It makes women say, I like the contrast. But according to the soy boys, according to all of the feminists that's running around, it's dangerous to society, this toxic masculinity. Yeah, well, so what? I like my man brain, okay? I love having a little bit of cowboy in me, a little bit of soldier, a little bit of lumberjack, all of that, a little bit of hunter in me, a little bit of athlete, a little bit of intellect, all rolled up in one. Yeah, defining my toxic masculinity. I like walking around on my man hip, carrying my man gun in America because we're allowed to, and it protects me and anybody I love. That means woman, child, or friend, or stranger from danger. Now, if doing that is toxic, then hey, whatever. You could call me a superhero, toxic masculinity man, if you like. So the only people who's threatened by toxic masculinity is SJWs, SJWs, term changes every day, SJWs and soy boys, and then of course Democrats when they want to use it applicable to get their will across. Those are the only people that got a problem with toxic masculinity. So, with that being said, for all of the snowflakes out there, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Word. Now, check out my sponsor, which is Extreme Tees, okay? All right? They got all kinds of shirts. They got shirts for men, women, okay? They got shirts for children, you name it. Check it out. The link is in the bottom. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30, where I'm going to be talking about subjects like toxic masculinity, yeah, and all other subjects like that. Now, unfortunately, on my Facebook page, my personal one, I have maxed out on being able to accept friends. So follow me, please. And if you want to contact me on Facebook, you can also IM me. That will come through. But I wish they can expand it somehow because I can't get any more, people as friends, which I thank you all. And I thank you all for supporting Kevin and Kevin's Corner. If you want to support Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so. You can check those out. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the support from everybody out there. So let's continue pushing this thing forward. We're coming into the midterm elections. Men, don't tone down your masculinity. If anything, turn it up. All right, be real men. All right, don't walk around ashamed of your masculinity because you don't want to come across as toxic. Okay, yeah, right. Anyway, find me tonight, matter of fact, 7:30. So we will see you in Kevin's Corner. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. And I'm going to say goodbye in my man voice.